Hello everyone, this side Manisha Mishra, Assistant Professor in Mathematics, Applied Science Department at Central News Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. This college is affiliated to Max Dhanan University, Rohtak. Now, today I will discuss the topic equation of first order, not of first degree. This topic is related to Units 2 and in our previous session, I have already told you about exact equation and solution for the exact equation and solution for the solution for the non-exact equation, right? So today I will discuss equation of first order. Exact equation also our first order, but here, degree is not first. In our previous session, linear equation, Bernoulli equation, and exact equation both all are order one, but have order one, but no, and also degree one. But in this equation, order is one, but degree is not one. That means degree can be more than one, right? So let's see what is equation of first order but not first degree. So the differential equation will involve dy upon dx. Dy upon dx means differential or derivative. Differential operator means differentiation of y with respect to x in higher degree, and dy upon dx will be denoted by p. Dy upon dx order is 1, degree is 1, right? Now we will get dy upon dx in higher degree. So dy upon dx we can write as p. Now the differential equation will be of the form f of x y p is equal to 0. That equation is called equation of first order and not first degree, right? And our equation always be in the form of f x y p is equal to 0, right? Now there are three cases here. So case 1 is equation solvable for p. So first case solvable for p. So there is an example: solve x square is equal to 1 plus p square. So there is you can see there is a single p here. If single p here, then we can apply case 1. So first of all, find the value of p from here. So p square is equal to x square minus 1. So p is equal to plus minus square root of x square minus 1. And we know that p is equal to dy upon dx. So dy upon dx is equal to plus minus square root of x square minus 1. Now dy is equal to plus minus square root of x square minus 1 into dx. Now integrating both sides. So dy integration will be y, and a plus minus square root of x square minus 1 integration. There is a direct formula: x by 2 square root of x square minus 1 minus plus 1 upon 2 log x plus square root of x square minus 1 plus c. This is a direct integration formula, right? So this is the final answer. There is another example here: x1 plus p square is equal to 1. So there is also a single p here. So just find the value of p. So you are getting uh, p is equal to plus minus square root of 1 minus x upon x, and p is equal to dy upon dx. So we can again integrate with respect to x, right? Now you can see here that dy is equal to plus minus square root of 1 minus x upon x dx. Dy is equal to this line. Now for the integration of this one, you can integrate by your method. Otherwise you can put x is equal to sin square theta, then dx is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta d theta. Just write the value here. So dy is equal to plus minus square root of 1 minus sin square theta upon sin square theta, 2 sin theta cos theta d theta. So 1 minus sin square theta, you know, cos square theta upon sin square theta into 2 sin theta cos theta. Now cos by sin you can write cot theta. Otherwise you can cancel the both of the sin theta, and you will have 2 cos square theta. So the integration of cos square theta by applying the method 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2, because cos square theta integration by the method 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. So you will find the value of cos square theta from there, then put here. So you will get 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2 d theta plus c. So y is equal to plus minus d theta plus cos 2 theta. So you can see the integration parts, right? So this is your final answer. And I am also mentioning here that what we are doing, right? Now there is a case second here. Equation solvable for y. So first step, differentiate the given equation with respect to x. Eliminate p from the given equation and the equation obtained as above. The eliminate is the required solution. So if we have our equation and we are solving for y, so we have to differentiate our equation with respect to x, right? Now solve y is equal to x minus a into p minus p square. So we can see there is one more p, so we can apply case second here. We cannot apply first case. So differentiate one with respect to x. So dy upon dx is equal to, there is with respect to x, that means u into v will be applicable. So x minus a dp upon dx plus x differentiation is 1, as it is minus 2p dp upon dx. So dy upon dx, we know that we can write p here, x minus a dp upon dx plus p minus 2p dp upon dx. So pp will be cancelled out, dp upon dx we can take common. So we have x minus a minus 2p. Now 0 is equal to dp upon dx is into this bracket. So with dp upon dx we can write put is equal to 0. That bracket cannot be 0, right? So dp is equal to 0 on integrating both sides. So you will get p is equal to c here, right? Now if we have p is equal to c, and then eliminate p from the given equation. Second point is eliminate p from the given equation. So just eliminate p. So we can put p is equal to c here. So that eliminate is the required solution. So p is equal to c here. So y is equal to x minus a into c minus c square. This is your final answer. Now case third, equation solvable for x. Differentiate the given equation with respect to y. Solve the equation obtained as in 1 for p. Eliminate p by putting the value of p in the given equation, and the eliminate is the required solution. Now, there is an example here. Solve y is equal to 2px plus 5p square. So first we have to differentiate this equation with respect to y, right? So we will find the value of, okay, no, right? So differentiate 2 with respect to y. We can see, just solve this 1 or 2 3 steps. 2px is equal to y minus yp square. 2x is equal to, we are dividing by p. 2x is equal to y upon p minus yp square upon p. So 2x is equal to y upon p minus y into p. This is your second equation. Now differentiate second equation with respect to y. So 2 dx upon dy is equal to, again u into v will be applicable. So y differentiation is 1. So 1 by p will be remaining minus y upon p square dp upon dy. Oh, sorry, u into v can be applicable, u upon v can be applicable, right? Minus u into v, so p minus yp dp upon dy. So dy upon dx, we know that p, so dx upon dy will be reciprocal. So it will be 2 into 1 upon p is equal to 1 by p minus y upon p square dp upon dy minus this one, right? Now just solve and find the value of p here. So p is equal to minus y dp upon dy. So we can say that separate all these terms. So dy upon y is equal to minus dp upon p. On integrating both sides, so you will get log y plus log p is equal to log c. So p is equal to c upon y. So we are getting p. So we will put p in the given equation, and given equation, after the putting the value of p, we will get our final solution, right? So nothing is in case second means solvable for y, solvable for x. So what will you do? Differentiate with respect to x, and solve an equation solvable for x. You will differentiate with respect to y, and you need to check which case will be applicable, because in the examination no case will be right that apply that apply case 1 here, case 2 here, right? Now there is a simple case Claret's equation, case 4. This is very much simple, Claret's equation. So what is Claret's equation? The equation y is equal to px plus fp. That means fp means f is a function of p only, is known as Claret's equation. So if we differentiate this equation, so dy upon dx is equal to u into v will be applicable. So p into x, p plus x dp upon dx plus f dash p dp upon dx, and dy upon dx we will write p here. So pp will be cancelled out. X dp upon dx is common, x plus f dash p. So dp upon dx will be 0. So dp is equal to 0. Yeah, p is equal to c, yeah, p is equal to a, right? So we will put the value of p is equal to a in the given equation. So y is equal to ax plus fa is the required solution. So what we will need to calculate, we will only compare the given equation with our Claret's equation. If it is in the form of Claret's equation, then we will put directly p is equal to a, right? No need to differentiate or whatever, right? Now there is an example, solve p is equal to log px minus y. So we need to check which case will be applicable here. So we can say that, we can see here that y is equal to px plus fp. So px is here. So just check that there is another function of p is here. So p you can write, log you can write e to the power p is equal to px minus y. Just y will be moving in the left hand side, then y is equal to px minus e to the power p. So we can see that y is equal to px plus fb. That means which is a Claret's equation, and we can directly put p is equal to a here. Right? So solution will be y is equal to ax minus e to the power a, right? There is another one question here, y is equal to px plus p cube. We can see directly that this is a Claret's equation, because this is in the form of y is equal to px plus fp, and we put direct p is equal to a, so y is equal to ax plus a cube is the solution of the equation. Now here I will share you, I will discuss another topic, second order differential equation, means second order linear differential equation with variable coefficient and also constant coefficient, right? So this topic is very important, and 7.5 marks question will be asked in your final semester exam, right? So prepare this topic, and related to this topic, I will discuss variation of parameter, Cauchy-Euler equation, right, Lagrange. So 7.5 or 15 marks question can be come from variation of parameter, can be come from Cauchy-Euler equation, and also Lagrange equation, right? So let's see first linear differential equation of second order with constant coefficient. In your syllabus, constant coefficient is not there, only for variable coefficient, but we will discuss the solution to solve the different linear differential equation, homogeneous and non-homogeneous both. So we need to first discuss constant coefficient, right? With constant coefficient linear differential equation. So the general form of the linear differential equation of second order is, second order means d2y upon dx2. That means this is your second order degree 1. So is d2y upon dx2 plus p dy upon dx plus qy is equal to r, where p and q are constant and r is a function of x or constant. So if this pqr, if pqr are the constant, then we will say that our equation is a constant coefficient linear differential equation, right? And differential operator dy upon dx, you can write capital Dy, where d upon dx is equal to capital D. d2y upon dx2 is equal to d square y, as d2 upon dx2 is equal to capital D square. So we will put all these values in our given equation. So we will get d square y plus p dy plus qy is equal to r. Your d square plus pd plus qy is equal to r, right? Now, linear differential equation of second order with variable coefficient. So general form is y double dash plus a1y dash plus a2xy is equal to fx. So we can write it d2y upon dx2 plus a1x dy upon dx plus a2xy is equal to fx. So that a1, a2 are the function of x here, not constant. So we can say that this equation is a homogeneous linear differential equation of second order with variable coefficient, right? There is an example here, d2y upon dx2 minus plus 2x dy upon dx minus log ty is equal to e to the power 3t. So guys, here you just write log x because we are taking x variable, right? This is an example of this variable coefficient equation. So in our next session I will share the solution, and there are 6 to 7 cases to solve the linear differential equation of with variable coefficient or also constant coefficient, and complementary function particular to both. Where there are 3 to 4 points will be there, so I will discuss in our next session, right? Thank you.